Alright guys, this is Tech Economy. I'm your host for today, Dark Boy. Don't worry, I'm not giving you the whole cliche. So today I have a guest in the house and today promises to be exciting. And one of the reasons why we're doing this amazing episode is because we're trying to recognize women in tech. And trust me, when I see you tweet on X, I'm always like, really?
You see my tweets on
Yes,
X?
I do know. Yes, celeb, you don't know.
I just don't like that tag.
Oh. Alright, so do not forget to like, share, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. This is Tech Economy TV. So I have a lovely guest with me in the studio, and I know I've not really done introductions. Like I said, I just called her a celebrity, but she's actually a celebrity, and she's in the tech
No,
space.
I'm not.
All right, so can you just give us a deep dive into what you do, who you are, and what you're really into?
Alright, so my name is Confidence Ufoma,
Okay.
but my nickname is Plant Codes. That's because I currently am an undergraduate studying plants and I code, so Plant Codes, yeah. I'm into front-end web development for now, and I'm also trying to figure out how Web3 works and get familiar with it too. Yeah.
So I like the fact that you mentioned that you're a student, and one very interesting thing was you went to University of Lagos. You
Yeah.
attend the University of Lagos, and I'm a graduate from the University of Lagos.
That's
Funny
nice.
how exactly greatest at cockeyes.
Great.
So how is it like juggling coding with schooling? Let's start from there.
So I think I've heard compliments like, "Oh, Confidence, you make tech and school easy," but to be honest, it's not easy. So I started off with a bad what's it called? A bad score, like academic wise, and that was because I was not serious. I had not even started tech at that time.
I'm sure you want to
So
study
my
plants in school.
exactly.
They gave you plants.
No, I actually picked it, but then when I started the course, I discovered that this plant is not for me. So it was around year 2-ish that I got introduced to tech, and since then I've not exactly been consistent due to some village people forces and some stuff here and there. But then balancing tech with school it's not easy, to be honest. You just have to go the extra mile. If you used to sleep around, this one part people don't like hearing, but if you used to sleep around 10 before, you'd have to shift it to like 2 3, depends on the bug you are faced with.
Wow.
So yeah, they are just the sacrifice. You just have to make sacrifice. Like Kanayo said, sacrifices must be made.
I hope AY really finds that video and puts it there. But so I would bring you back a little bit because
Okay.
when I was in school, and I feel like this conversation is a lot relatable and it's different from the normal random conversations I would always have because these are like professionals. I feel like I can relate with you more because when I was also in uni, I used to juggle school and work together. But what was that? Did you have any mentors? First of all, you don't just surf the internet and say, "Oh yeah, tech is what will work for me." Do you understand? Oh, I think
Yeah.
coding is what worked for me.
Yeah.
Were there any mentors or somebody that you saw that, well, yeah, this guy does amazing stuff, or probably you just saw somebody say, "Oh, you can make $1 million from coding in 2 weeks or 2 days," and you decided to dabble into that space?
All right. So for me, I love God. So I was at this church program, and then there was this man. He was talking about how he started tech, how we first had to do the hardware, then before the software, and that really piqued my interest because I'd always liked computer science in secondary school, but I mean, I just needed somebody to remind me that, yo, you like this, go for it. So that was just it for me. I was phoneless at that time, but I wanted to learn something. So my journey kind of began there, even though it went off. But yeah, that was just it for me.
And so what's the space been like? I know you've touched on it a little bit in terms of, oh yeah, how you started and how you needed to like do extra work. What's the highest money you say you have made from tech all your life? Highest amount you have made? Be honest.
Okay, I've not had any professional experience yet, so
Yeah, for this level.
I'd rather not disclose.
Why now? Okay, give me a range. 1 million.
As how
Less 500.
within that range.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she's 8,000 at least she's getting there. For somebody that's not even a professional yet, she's already making thousands. All right. So what would you say about women in the tech space? Will you say that you see enough initiatives that are ready to bring women into the tech space? Like I stated earlier, I feel like there's not enough inclusion in the tech space. Half the time when we want to get guests to have conversations around tech and technology and all that kind of stuff, you see more men in that space. Do you understand? So what is it like for women in the tech space?
Okay, so from my experience and from what I've seen around, it's not exactly, the men don't like to hear this, to be honest, but it's just the truth. It's not exactly easy for women in the tech space. Number one, you get what's the word? There's this pity, I don't know how to describe it, but ordinary, you just being a woman in tech, everybody wants to come and protect you, like you need protecting. And I'm like, okay, there was even this particular case where this person was learning HTML is like HTML, the fundamentals of web development. And the guy was learning HTML. It happened at school. So he had this issue, and then there was this senior egbon beside him. He was asking the other guy, and that one was like, Alpha, I'm busy now. And I'm like, oh, I can spot what your mistake, but it did not give me that opportunity to speak. And I just felt really bad that day, that, oh, more. So you get looked down on a lot. You get your abilities. You just, I don't know, people just see you like, you can never, you are not a programmer. I know people that will argue with me that I am not a programmer, and I mean, it's just there. There's no maybe their heart cannot accommodate it yet,
So
but yeah.
is this in Nigerian thing or it's something that's across the world?
I don't know. I'm a Nigerian, so I've not really explored other countries.
Okay,
So.
so are there initiatives that bring women on board in terms of, oh, okay, we need to put more women on? Have you heard of initiatives like that? Are there little boot camps? Because I know there are a lot of tech boot camps. Are there boot camps? Are there conferences specifically that bring women on board for stuff like this, women in tech in specific?
Yeah, definitely. I thank God that we have a lot of these kind of initiatives coming on recently. We have communities that are focused on women in tech. We have She Code Africa. We have lots of them right now, and I'm really happy that a woman like reasoned and she was like, oh, okay, I want to do this for women in tech. Let's do this. So last year there were a couple of events that were like focused on women alone. The men were jealous as usual. I don't know what their problem is, but like there were these events focused on women alone, and being in a community with women, just kind of, there's this bond. You're like, oh, this one, she interned with Google, I can do it too. There's just this vibe, and then you're just pushed to move beyond your limits a bit, and yeah.